3 years after the abduction of the Chibok girls, emotions were raw and palpable as relatives of the girls and BBOG members converged not just to remember what happened, but also to chart the course of tomorrow's action. As the tragedy is commemorated, art tells a story.
A wife who left home and did not come back, a mother who died in the arms of her children. It is Nyanya whose wounds will never heal. Nyanya whose heart will always feel for a girl took her dreams and went to school, but on that day she did not come back. Lord, why?
Gentlemen.
Nigeria's first female doctoral graduate and Vice-Chancellor, Professor Grace Alele Williams, bemoans a lack of conscience in society.
Why do we have all these senators, assemblymen at the center? Why do we have in our state governments, those who guard our state, those who decide on how much money we can spend and what we can spend it on? And they're concerned about 100 girls being taken out of their constituency and nothing, no remark. Everybody just sits down as if it never happened. It's like a foregone story. Where are we all? Do we think about them at all? If we don't, please may I beg of each one of you here, not only from northeastern Nigeria, but from every part of Nigeria, ask the question over and over again. Has the Chibok affair become too late to even think about?
In a recorded message, Emir of Kano, Mohammed Sanusi II, says the progress of the girl child will determine the progress of northern Nigeria and broader society.
It's a discourse that is at the heart of the failure of social policy in our country, and it raises questions about governance. For this reason, it is important for every member of the elite, from politicians and government officials, to emirs and religious leaders, to intellectuals and NGOs, to make sure that these issues are on the table.
As the first ever non-title holder to represent an emir, Emir Mohammed Sanusi II sends his daughter to deliver his address.
The reality is that everything in this world is fragile. Life itself will come to an end, and we lose money and position and loved ones all the time. The only thing we have control over is who we are, what we stand for, what we represent. Being a coward or a sycophant will not add one day to your life.
The collective emotion of the gathering turned sorrowful as a mother of a missing Chibok girl became overcome with emotion stemming from 3 years of unending grief. As the event closes, the Bring Back Our Girls group makes their intention known once more.
Our Chibok girls were called priorities by the government in power when it sought power. Now that it has found power, it must do right by our Chibok girls.
In a society known to weigh value by net worth, a common understanding that every life is of equal value underlies a determined movement seeking the return of 195 lost young women in indefinite pursuit for what has been an indefinite tragedy. Ajuri Ngilale, Channels Television News.